Hey y'all. I got back earlier this evening. We just had another really successful BlackJack Date. And for this one, they went to dinner and then went to the Atlanta Fair, which is downtown across from Turner Field. You can see the Ferris wheel and a lot of the other stuff from the highway. So it's really a nice venue that they have, and it's a lot of rides and a lot of food, but a lot of cash only. So be careful about that if you're gonna go. But the reason that I decided I wanted to do a quick little video this evening is because the blackjack dates are picking up steam. Like, we've got more requests for guys wanting to be aces, and a couple of others are hearing about what goes on, and then they want to be jacks, which is fabulous. I'm so glad that it's such a big hit. But one thing I guess I did want to kind of talk about a little bit was just for a couple of moments, is about the competition, kind of the level of let's say exchange that happens, on these dates. Now, as for those of you that are a little less familiar with the setup, the basic way it works is that I have a guy that a client who says he's interested in doing one of these dates. So he is what's known as the ace. So I meet with the ace, ask him about what he wants, what he likes, as far as the guys are concerned. And then I go on all the different little avenues I can to try to find these guys that will join us on the date. And they are called jacks. So that's the difference. Um, and usually, the date is designed to work like, as I mentioned before, like the final stages of The Bachelor, if you've ever seen that show. So these are group dates. So this is a group of at least four men going and doing something. Now, normally it starts with dinner, and then they go. And this time they decided they wanted to go to the fair, and I guess I want the people to understand, because it is also kind of blind. So I describe everybody, fairly well, but you don't see anybody until the actual date. And then they come over, and I show them, these are the people and whatnot. And so far it seems to have done very well. Like I said, people are very pleased with the folks that I arrange for them. Um, but this is probably the first occurrence I've ever had where, at least it kind of crossed my mind. I don't know that it was actually there. And I will say that this is one of those things that probably is a little mistake that maybe I've made as the creator of this, is that my attitude towards dating tends to be a little maybe just nonchalant. Like, I just don't take it all so seriously, I guess. So I'm cool going out, meeting up with folks, paying. It's not a big deal. I don't think about it. I don't always see it as being used, or somebody out to get you. And I know those kinds of things happen, but I guess I just don't let it. I don't get paranoid about it. So that being said, I don't think often about, even in a competitive nature. So, for example, if I were one of the jacks, how would I act on the date? I would just tell everybody the same thing I would probably tell myself. Just be yourself. I mean, the whole point is that they get to know you. And a lot of times, in a group capacity, you're inspired to speak a little more. sometimes if you're by yourself with somebody, you know, y'all may or may not have a lot to talk about. Even if you're like very attracted to each other, but it just, you know, maybe they dumb as a rock, they lame, they boring, they're obsessed with something. So maybe they only talk about one thing. I mean, it could be a myriad of things. But in a group setting, I feel like people are a lot more relaxed. So that's kind of where the idea came from. And again, it seems like it's fine, but sometimes I guess I wonder if that nature is there. And I would say that to anybody who is interested in participating, um, if you come on a date as a Jack, just be who you are. And I would say that to say, but kind of, I think to say stay in your lane sounds a little aggressive. So I don't mean that. I just mean let the let things happen natural, I guess. Like kind of don't force anything. And to kind of go back to the Bachelor reality TV example, it's a little like, why would you need to be that way? Like there's no, I feel like there's no need for it cuz there's no cameras or anything. It's not being televised. So there's no real need for like the theatrics that I think sometimes some people tend to amplify, even in mixed company, because the difference between a lot of those women on like The Bachelor is that they've been on there for like a few weeks. They've been hanging around this man in this mansion, around each other, trying to get to be the one he picks. So I can see them being a little shady, if you will, to each other and really trying to step over other women to try to get to him. But in this example, with what we're doing, you don't know anybody else, usually. I mean, I guess, you never really know who knows anybody else, but I just think that I don't think it benefits you in any significant way to kind of act like that when you don't have to. So that's really just a kind of a PSA. I mean, again, these blackjack dates have really taken off in popularity. And I'm actually, as a matter of fact, I'm a little behind on them, but I'm looking for new jacks all the time. And at least for now, unless something changes that I don't foresee, um, it's free for the jacks. So if you see those ads, you see those ace cards in your news feed and Instagram and everywhere else that say, "Hey, we got a new ace, and here's what you get about him." Then you want to see if you're a match, then let me know. And if you're not, it's okay. I got other men, so we'll find you somebody, and we will send you on a date. But tonight just kind of just gave an air a little bit in from what I was monitoring, and it just made me wonder if that were going to become a common occurrence. Now nothing happened. It was without incident, but I wonder about how that might have looked. So anyway, but if you want to do it, you can talk to some of the guys. I do know that word is spreading, and people are liking what I'm doing. So if you want to do either of them, then let us know. But again, don't come with your phasers up because it's not that kind of event. But speaking of events, April 1st is another speed dating event, and we hope to have a good number of people there so that everybody can meet somebody, and we'll have some more raffle prizes and the whole bit. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I hope to see some of y'all there. If you got any questions, let us know. KNQmatchmaking.com.